statement. No other president has said the word genocide because of the NATO and the ally Turkey country. They've all promised they would during their election campaigns, but never after. And so I truly believe, and I'm sure you all do too, that did not come from Biden, that came from President Trump. And I pray the truth comes out sooner than later, because the Armenian community worldwide went absolutely nuts. They were so excited. And I said to my mom, I hope the truth comes out, because I wouldn't be surprised if they put a statue of Biden in the center of Armenia. Like, it is such a big deal. And so it's brought me so much peace knowing that we're not alone. This small country, somewhat forgotten and defenseless compared to the weapons of mass destruction around us, the Rothschild minions surrounding them all have. With the help of 𝗏𝗏 and Michael and Sabrina sharing their research after all these years, it finally answered the question why. And it's not just the religion, it's the bloodline. Patrick has also tweeted, and I'll share that after, that Jesus's grandmother, who was Saint Anne, was Armenian. So I went digging, because Patrick would just leave these one-liners, and that was it. I had to kind of go and figure the rest out. I researched that Saint Anne, which was Jesus's grandmother, was born from the house of David, the line which was prophesied to give birth to Jesus Christ. And so in wrapping this up, I'm just going to leave a quote that gave me strength and courage for what we've lived through as Americans and global, and what we're going through. This was at the time of the genocide. A French reporter had in the newspaper, "Armenia is dying, but it will survive. The little blood that is left is precious blood, and that will give birth to a heroic generation. A nation that does not want to die does not die." 106 years later, you can find Armenian churches, schools, and communities in many major states, cities, towns, countries, and continents. Unfortunately, there are more Armenians living outside of Armenia since the genocide. Many didn't return. And once these humanitarian funds kick in, I'll be packing up my husband's Italian, and he's ready. We're going to pack up the kids and head over there to feed them, to rebuild the war-torn schools, hospitals, and just spread the love. So thank you for listening.
Thank you. Thank you, Toronto. I just wanted to add a couple of things to that. I know many of you may or may not know that Patrick Bouvier-Kennedy is alive. He had a Twitter account that has been archived, that many of you can just go to DuckDuckGo and just type Patrick Bouvier-Kennedy on Twitter, and you can have access to all of his various tweets. One of them that was very poignant, two actually, that stood out, was that continuation of killing the Jesus Druze line and those connected to the colonies did continue. Patrick posted that the uncle that helped raise him was of Armenian descent, and he, with his uncle, with two of his nephews, were killed, and they were killed by Obama's henchmen, who were sent to murder them under a hail of bullets. It's a very tragic story to read, but that continued under Obama's regime, I'm going to say. So Patrick, I assume, and the whole family knows that part of their family was still being targeted and killed. So that was very, very tragic. The other thing that Patrick posted that I found very interesting, and I think you sent it to me, Toronto, was a part of the Quran. And I read part of it. And what it was particularly the angel Gabriel speaking to the Virgin Mary about the birth of Christ. And I thought, how interesting, this is in the Quran. And so I immediately contacted Michael, and he asked me, so what did you learn? And what I learned was that our Bible, this is my belief, I know everyone has different beliefs, but that the Bible is about all of the people of the Levant, not just the Jews. It is about all the tribes that we learn of that pertain to the Levant, including in Judaism, Christianity, and the Quran. And then finally, what I find most compelling is that I had my DNA done about, I don't know, 6 years ago by 23andMe, and we've spoken about 23andMe. It's controlled by Google, but it sounds like it's not quite as tied up with Google. And I received results maybe 3-4 months ago, excuse me, that were updated. And those results said that I had a percentage from the Levant. And I found that very touching, how interesting life is. There are no coincidences. Now that we're learning all about the Levant, I think a lot of us are going to find out that maybe we do have roots from the Holy Land. And I look forward to finding out, what that actually means, how deep the Levant ties are. So I think that was a pretty comprehensive history. I hope everybody enjoyed that. I thank you, Toronto. And I don't know, Michael, if there's anything else you'd like to add. Michael?
The whole blue button, green button.
I figured, or you were looking at your DNA. Okay.
The land is green, the sea is blue, and green and blue make Tiffany blue. 121. Second coming, I see dead people. So I can never tell the difference between the green and the blue. I always talk with the blue button going, and then they say, "Hey, we can't hear you," and then I wake up. So, Scott, what did you think of that section of the show?
Ongoing fascination. I'm praying that this is recorded.
It is.
Can I get a copy so I can study?
Oh, absolutely. Now, we just want to let you know a few things about what I said earlier, and that is A is 1, Z is 26. That comes to 351. The alphabet comes to 351. And God communicates through numbers, 351. The 26 holy letters, 351. Supreme architect of the universe, 351. God's prophecy is the English alphabet, 351. God coded every English alphabet letter, 351. Jesus Christ is the English alphabet, 351. English is 26 letters, 351. The manifestation of Jesus Christ, 351. The holy language of God is in Numbers, 351. You see, alphabet is 26 letters, 351. The terms of simple English gematria, 351. Simple 74, English 74, gematria 74. 74, 74, 74, 222. We're not finished yet, 222. The terms of simple English gematria, 351. The interpretation of God's language, 351. Alphabet has 26 letters, 351. Kingdom of Satan, destroyed by word, 351. So if God is 26, G-O-D, G7, O, 15, which is 22, D4, 22 4 is hell. 9% writes 422. And on 422, 204, 2004, Pat Tillman is not dead. PTJ.
Did I hear you say, Mike, that Pat Tillman is dead?
The Invisible Man, 162. Pat Tillman, P16, T20, 1620, 162. The Invisible Man, 162. The Storm, 118. Pat Tillman, 118. The Best is Yet to Come. Pat Tillman Jr., PTJ, 46. The best is yet to come. He's our best. He's Thor. See, Thor's the hammering god. Hammering god, 114. Trump card, 114. He's the one that's going to drop the hammer on Trump, 1440. It says boom, 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 boom. A week to remember, dark to light. Dark to light, 125. John Kennedy 125. Everything in the dark comes to the light. John Kennedy 125. Golden ticket 125. Not for sale 125. 1 and 2 is 12. 12 and 5 is 17, which is Q. 1 and 2 is 3. 3 and 5, well, JFK is 35th president. That John Kennedy 125. Yes, John Kennedy 125. Yes, John Kennedy 174. Trust the plan 174. You'll find out 174. We have the power 174. Power 77, Christ 77. Trump said he's going to bring power back to the people. We have the power 174. We have the glory 174. The flood is coming 174. Currency reset 174. Storm is coming 174. JFK Jr. is promised 174. Yes, Patrick and John 174. John's little brother, Patrick, like they said, he's not dead either. Welcome to the Q age 174. New World View 174. JR coming to America 174. Fight the good fight 174. Give it up to God 174. POTUS winner 174. I am victorious 174. I am a power to change 174. I am the perfect leader 174. I am victorious 174. Yes, I am coming home 174. Anytime two or more gather, I am there. Yes, I am coming home 174. Yes, I am QAnon King 174. Yes, John Kennedy 174. I am USA President 174. I, which is 9, which is most high. JFK 27, 2 and 7 is 9. 9 is most high. I caught the swamp 174. Because see, JFK is your president right now. That red tie that Trump wears around his neck, red 27, tie 34, JFK 27, Grace 34, red 27, tie 34, JFK 27, DJT 34. I'm finished what he started. No, think mirror. JFK is finishing what Donald J. Trump started. Because they stole your country in 1871. 187 times 1, 187. Donald Trump's going to use the Insurrection Act of 1807. Sure means nothing, 187. He called for a public stand down on January 6th, 2020 at the Capitol building. A worldwide public stand down. He told everybody to go home, and that's what you have to do to invoke the Insurrection Act of 1807. See, the election was on 11/8. 11 times 8 is 88. He came out on 11/9 to speak. 11 times 9 is 99. 88, 99, 187. See, his first 15 words, Trump, JFK, 115, key code of God, 115, we're at war, 115, art of the deal, 115. They came to 1087. He said, thank you. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you very much, everybody. Comes to 351. God communicates through numbers, 351. And then he said, sorry to keep you waiting. Complicated business. Complicated. The whole thing comes to 1087. But see the last part, words 8 through 15, and 8 and 15 is 23, which is I am. And 8 times 15 is 120. The truth, 120. I am the truth. They come to 621. That's 2-3 days from now. Depends on where you are in the United States of America. It's the brightest day of the year. 621. Because backwards it's 126, which is gold and silver, 79 and 47. But see, it's AUAG, second coming Q, which is 138. Keep America great, 138. I am positive 138. Everybody calls me negative. Negative 83, winner 83, the Donald 83, tower 2 with the number comes to 83, tower 1 with the number comes to 82. 82 and 83, 165, resurrection 165, because that's what this is all about. I am a power to change. 174. We shall remain free. 174. Diamond trump card. 174. Trump card 114. Hammering God 114. Pat Tillman is the hammering God. He's the only one cut like Thor. Thor 61, red tie 61. There's lots of secrets in that red tie.